Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 2 of Direwolf20's Create Above and Beyond Let's Play series. Where I decided to investigate this little area real quick, only by virtue of the fact that it exists. Oh, check this out. Pretty cool. What do we got here? Anything good? Ooh, we do have things. Hey, we've got that mod that does the things. Ooh, I got a rubber duck. Now I can be a good programmer. Sweet. And that'll get an Eternal Stella. Ah, drowning. 100% thought that there was air in there. 100% thought that there was air in there. Alright, let's be a little bit more careful. I did kill a few birds while I was walking around. Maybe now is a good enough time to cook up their food. Let's see, if I just threw these in here, that should be fine. Actually, I should probably make a new axe, shouldn't I? Because this thing's going to break any second. Perfect. Yay, food. We're going to have to kill some animals and get some food. That's just going to be a thing we're going to have to do sooner than later because I am starving. I did plant a few crops between episodes, so that was, you know, good progress. And we found a buried treasure map, which is neat. What do we get in here? Some onions, some suspicious stew. Sounds like a good time. I'm going to equip this guy, because why not? Suspicious stew. Oh, okay. Maybe. Maybe it's worth eating. Sounds suspicious to me. Oh yeah, no, 100% got poisoned from it. But, maybe it'll be worth it. I don't know. We'll find out. I assumed that there was going to be a negative consequence to eating that. I was just hoping that it would be RNG-ish. And it probably is, and I just probably had bad luck. Yeah, overall, not a great experience. Onions. Do you turn into seeds of some kind? You do not. I bet I can just plant them directly. I'm going to go put them in my farm that I set up. I just wanted to take a quick peek around my world here to see if there was anything that, you know, was super cool and nice looking that jumped out at me. Nothing terribly exciting just thus far, but we'll see. Hello, birds. Yes. Sorry, I need to kill you, but also very hungry. Dyer is very hungry. I see a lot of birds over there, like ducks or something. And some fish. Fish is a good early game food, right? Come here, you guys. Aside from the whole drowning thing, I think this could work for early game foods. Got it. Woot. So close. I am so gonna die here. I just want you guys to know that. I mean, I think you already know that. Oh, it's also getting dark. I should probably head for home. And I hear zombies. Let's head for home, if I can remember where home is. I do like how in, you know, the newer versions of Minecraft, swimming is pretty fast. I like that a lot, actually. Alright, so my home is not far. I didn't bookmark it or anything, because I'm not that smart. But it should be easily findable relative to my farm that I set up between episodes. Cool. And then right over here is where my door is. Alright, ain't found no sheep yet, but that's okay. And now I should be able to maybe cook these tropical fish. Are you cookable? I can melt them, and you can go into things, but... Do I just eat them raw? Is that how it works? Do I not cook you in the furnace? I guess we'll find out. Where is my charcoal? Is there mini charcoal in this pack? Oh, there's charcoal bits from Desolation Forge. And you are not what I hoped you would be. Okay. Good to know. How about you? No. So we're just going to do this, and we're going to hope it works out. It does not. Okay, how about you? Can you be cooked? You also can't be cooked. This is the worst food ever. Raw cod. All right, that one can be cooked. But these guys, I guess I can just eat raw, and I'll be okay. And then I'll cook that bird meat as well. I'm excited about the rubber duck. No idea what that's about. Which is why it's exciting. Diarkin words, I promise. All right, a little bit of food got me going. Let me put away some miscellaneous junk that I've collected. Obviously did just a little bit of planting of crops between episodes, but that really was about it. I don't think I did much beyond that. Planting a few crops, that was it, yeah. Let's put you guys away. That all looks good. Ooh, I got pumpkins. Where did I get pumpkins from? Was that in one of those chests? It must have been. I don't remember breaking pumpkins. Hey, look. My health is not horrible anymore. And I got a little leather projectile protection tunic, which is cool. All right, so yeah, let's go back to mining a little bit for a second here. And then I'm not going to spend a lot of time mining, but I do want to look around a little bit underground just to get a feel for what else is in this pack. And then we're also going to talk about what other mods are in the pack, because we talked a little bit about it, right? Where did we leave off? Metal barrels, I think, was a mod that we saw. Cool. 72 slot barrels. Okay. Maybe that's an iron chest-like mod. I don't know. Architect. So there's Architect's Palette. Okay. There's a mod called Mighty Architect. There's also more minecarts. Ooh, look at all this stuff. This is cool. Look at all this. Look at all of them. There's a sticky piston minecart. I wonder if those minecarts work with Create's little doohickey thing. There's also a mod called More Observers. Neat. That's cool. There's Morpheus, there's Mouse Tweaks, there's Nature's Compass. There's a mod called No Lakes. Occultism is in the pack. That is that the Witchery equivalent? Occultism? No, I remember Occultism. We played with this in Enigmatica, didn't we? This is the one with where you bind the spirits and whatnot. I remember that. I remember this guy. This mod was neat. Remember there was that like really cool ore miner, Jin? But I remember in Enigmatica it was like buffed or something, so maybe if this is the natural version of it, it might not be as powerful, but I guess we'll find out. But it's good to know that it's in the pack, for sure. Alright, now we're around Y level whatever. 10-ish, right? 11? 11. What I'm going to do is just kind of start mining in a little bit of a direction here. And while we're doing that, I'm going to talk about the last few mods that I want to talk about. I want to collect a few more bits of ore and resources, and then we'll get into what we want to start for this episode, which is I don't know yet because I haven't figured that far out. But we will try. I might want to start with Create, or I might want to start with Tinkers. Those are probably the two potential starts, right? If we look at ore processing chapter, right? Metallurgy, we can see that we basically have the option to go with Create's milling or crushing process to get dusts, which we can then use Create's washing process to get nuggets and Create's compacting to get ingots, or we can go with Tinkers, right? So your options are Create or Tinkers or Thermal, which I assume is maybe harder than it sounds. Right? Because the induction smelter is going to require... Oh, inductive mechanism, main assembly, chapter 3. Consider automating this item. Okay. Yeah, something tells me I'm not making this day one, huh? Something tells me. Something tells me that that's probably not going to happen. Redstone furnace? Okay, Invar machines. Almost all of these require Invar machines, it looks like. So I'm going to assume that Tinkers is Thermal is gated behind Chapter 3. So can we just go out on a limb here and assume that Tinkers ain't happening anytime soon? So really it's Create or Tinkers. I'm sorry, Thermal is gated behind Chapter 3. We're going to want to, see what we can see about that. So I'm going to stick with cobble picks for the moment. Okay. Thank you for breaking. And I'm just going to mine a little bit for a moment. So what else do we have here? So we talked about occultism. There's open loader. There's Orcanus Caves. I don't know what that is. Torchmaster's here, though, so that's cool. But Orcanus Caves doesn't have items. Ore Tweaker. Paintings. Patchouli. Path to Dirt. We're going to need some more of these guys in a minute. That's all right. We'll just mine until we run out of torches. Not a lot of ore down here. Or am I just having bad RNG? I honestly don't know. Pipes. So there's pretty pipes, it looks like, but then also pipes. There's literally one item from the pipes mod? Okay. Portable stone cutter. Portality is in here. I remember this mod. This is cool. We played with this on Forgecraft a little bit. Pretty pipes. We saw Project Red was in here, which is good. Randominium. No idea what that is. Unstable. Morphs when crafted. Okay. That's cool. There's that Raven Coffee mod. Reliquary's in the pack. That's a neat mod, because there's some OP stuff in this thing, remember? Remember Reliquary? There's some pretty OP stuff in there, if I remember. Repurposed structures. Rhino. Rubber duck, which we just found one of. Which is apparently used to make the Eternal Stella from Forbidden Arcanus. No idea. Scourge. What's Scourge? Nope. No items from it. Selene is a mod. Sound filters is a mod. Is that an item? Nope. No items for that one. Spark, spawners fix, storage drawers. So drawers is in the pack? That's good to know, at least. Straw Golem. I think, well, there was a hint about straw golems, wasn't there? Oh, nickel ore. I'm gonna have to go around you, aren't I? Wow, we are just getting so terribly bad luck on the RNG here. I'm either just not finding ores, or it also might just be ore distribution. Like, maybe there's no iron this low. Though we did find some in that cave back there, so might just be bad RNG. Might be that it's better chance higher up. I don't know. We'll figure it out. What else we got here? Structure compass, supplementaries. Tinker's Construct, which we saw, Thermal Expansion, Torchmaster, Water Strainer, and World Shape. So Water Strainer, that's cool. And World Shape. XK Deco is also a mod. XK's Deco's mod. Okay, neato. Look at all this stuff. So, clearly a lot of mods that I've never played with before. So again, if you're one of those folks who are like, Dyer, I want to see you play a pack with a lot of mods you've never played with, you're in for a treat with this one, because I have no idea what half these mods are. I'm interested in that Forbidden Arcanus one. That sounds interesting to me. And I'm excited that I found coal ore, because it means I can mine for a little bit longer. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break for a sec. I will mine a bunch off camera, collect some raw materials, then decide how we're going to start this pack, whether it's going to be with Create or if it's going to be with Tinkers. And then we'll go from there. Sound like a plan? All right, back in a moment. Oh, exciting times. I found diamond. I almost missed it, but I found it. Wonder if I can just make a... Oh, no, I need an iron pick in order to mine the diamond. All right, well, that's good to know that we know that there's, you know, diamond here. I was looking through JEI while I was mining a little bit to try and figure out what our next steps are. It looks like if I want to get a smeltery, we're going to need a sealed mechanism. Bonus assembly, Chapter 1A. And that comes from a kinetic mechanism, which is the main assembly, Chapter 1. And that is made... apparently like this, somehow. So I guess we'll figure this out once we get into the main Chapter 1. Complete Chapter 1? I guess we'll figure it out once we get into Chapter 1. So I think Create is where we're going to obviously have to start. Because we need to get into Create in order to get the resources. We're going to need to get into the smeltery. So, yeah, that's 100% a thing. Is there a better pickaxe I can get by chance? That doesn't... I mean, there's a Certus pick, and that might be a little better. I don't know. I mean, I gotta imagine that's better than, you know, what I'm doing right now. Neptune's Grace from Aquaculture. All right, and then a bunch of... there's some occultism pickaxes, which is neat. Extended caves, buddy cards... Coffee pickaxe, okay. That's cool. Steel pickaxe from XK Ducko. There's the flux bore, but I got to imagine that that's not easy to... It looks easy to make, but I'm sure there's something about it. Like, it's probably, like, impossible to charge until Chapter 3 or something, right? I got to imagine that's the case. And Tinkers would obviously be an option that we could go to, but maybe Certus Quartz pickaxe. Should we try it? I mean, I have more Certus Quartz back in my base. We'll try it when we get back up there. All right, let me just mine a little bit more, and then we'll get into Create. All right, now that I'm back at my base, let's look at if I can make that pickaxe. Is this recipe in here? It is not, my goodness. Lots of recipes not in this pack. All right, so a Certus Quartz pick? Man, is that equivalent to iron? I guess we'll find out if I can mine the gold down here. And, more importantly, if I can mine the diamonds down here. That would be cool. Let's find out, shall we? If not, then at least, you know, I have another equivalent to an iron. Yes, I can mine gold. Nice. All right, good deal. All right, so two things. One, I started looking, and there's a tips for gamers. When you download this pack, which I got it off CurseForge, by the way, there's some useful tips link. 3 nuggets per 1 ore seems rough, but a 1-to-1 ore to ingot processing option involving the Create Millstone, right, and the Tinker's Melter, not the Smeltery, is surprisingly easy to get early on. So I think that should be one of our first steps, is to get that set up so we can start processing ore properly. Redstone ore cannot be found underground. Obtain it by crushing or milling cinnabar. That's good to know. Now, what did I get here? Is that some of that randomonium ore? Let's find out. Runestone from Forbidden and Arcanus. Sweet. You can make stuff, apparently? Test tubes? Runic glass? Rune bags? Okay. Very interested in this mod. It feels like out of place in the pack, though, doesn't it? It's like a magic mod. Diamonds! Diamonds for days. That's exciting because at the very least I can make a diamond pick. I may or may not make a diamond pick, but I can if I want. Next tip, if any task becomes repetitive, find a way to automate it. Looting abandoned structures will leave you with significant amounts of treasure. I should place some arboreal extractors on trees early on to have a supply of resin ready to be used when crafting your first couple mechanical belts. I don't know if I can do that yet, but I might as well... Arboreal extractor. Is that hard to make? It needs to be made on a smithing table. Okay, well that's cool. Neato. Ha! Alright, are buckets weird? No, they're not. They're pretty standard. Okay. Let's see. Some ways to passively obtain iron ingots. Washing gravel, recycling weapons from dungeon mobs. So I can wash gravel. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Gravel. I can use you for what? I can wash you into... There's a 12% chance we'll get iron nuggets from that. That's neat. Okay. It also recommends that I use the currency system. Embrace the pack. The mod pack was not made to be played in a day. Be ready to put in extra effort into single steps and to take some breaks after. All right. Build generous farms. Tiny pocket factories might get you through early times, though mind that the final data center may require melting down over 40 stacks of calculation mechanisms. Beware of bottlenecks. So it sounds like this is very much a pack that we're going to want to, you know, do a lot with. Well, hello, skeleton. Now, is there a sort of sword? There is. 6 attack damage versus 5 from my stone sword. Or I could get a diamond for 7. But sort of sounds pretty good, right? So why don't we just get one of those real quick, just to help us out. Ow. How rude. Gotcha. Projectile protection for the win. Okay. I guess I'm going to call you a gem and put you in the gems chest. Does that sound fair? I think so. And we can put these guys away. And we've got a bit of crushed ore, which is nice. So I think what we should do is get started with the preparations, right? These are the things that it recommends I get going with. And Seared Melter is on the list, along with Millstone and the Wrench, an Encased Fan, a Mechanical Saw, a Mechanical Press. Okay. The Mixer. So Mechanical Saw can do what? Interesting. Sequenced Assembly. Andesite alloy can turn into large cogwheels. And random salvage? Well, that's neat. And then we can also improve our yield of wood. Okay. Sequenced assembly. We're going to have to figure out how that works, because I'm not familiar with this. But I see it a lot already. I'm seeing it a lot already. So I'm a little bit interested to see, like this. Do we... I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't get it. But I guess we'll figure it out, right? Now, I am taking a quick peek outside. So first off, can I right-click to harvest? I cannot, because of course I can. That would be way too cool. What is this? Oh, buddy beans. We found those buddy beans things. Jelly delicacy. I want to run back to my base real quick. Did I just get a potato? Why, yes, I did. One of Dyer's favorite crops. Growth mature. Oh, no, creeper. Did I just lose my potato? Because I'll be very upset if I did. Sneaky creepers. Sneaking up on me. I feel like I lost my potato already. Well, that's not cool. Bad creeper. Super uncool, as a matter of fact. Super uncool. I have to get more dirt to fill that in now. Sneaky creepers. How rude. Alright, we're gonna have to figure out a way to make the things we want to make. In the meantime, let's get more dirt and fill in that creeper hole. I was very excited about my potato and immediately lost it. How insane is that? Oh, you're killing me. Wait, is that it? Oh, my potato lived! My potato lived! Everyone rejoice, for the potato has lived. Wow, we need a lot more. I'm so gonna die here. Got him. Hey, I got another rubber duck, which makes me concerned at how common they might be. For a minute, I thought they were rare. Alright, so yeah, milk, I can do that. That'll get me raw pasta from Farmer's Delight, which can then be potentially cooked in a cooking pot, which needs a healthy amount of iron, which I'm avoiding anything that requires a healthy amount of iron just yet. Well, look at that, with a honey bottle. 8 honey cookies, not bad. Some cocoa beans will get me cookies. Some sweet berries will get me a sweet berry cookie. The standard bread recipe exists, and with a bucket of water, I can get some wheat dough, which I can then smelt into bread. So that might be a way to go. We just need a bucket. And I could probably just use a bucket, for sure. And then obviously there's a lot of processing we can do with this stuff, right? This wheat flour can turn a bucket into dough, or we can just wash it into dough, and then that can be cooked into bread. So that might be a nearby thing here too. What are these buddy beans for? We can cook them into a buddy card pack from Farmer's Delight. Or they're just food, apparently. That also is a thing that they are. Alright. Well, luckily it's daytime. Let me get a bit more dirt to fill in that area. Oh, and you know what I meant to get from my house before I... Oh, boy. I hate these things. They're the worst. Yeah, so this is definitely going to be a slower moving pack than anything I've played recently. But that's fine. I'm okay with that. As long as it, like, is cool. Slower but cool is fine by me. And maybe a few more seeds while I'm at it, because I think I had a bunch of seeds that I put away. And can I grow my pumpkins into pumpkin seeds? I totally can. Nice. I don't know if I need those. Alright, potatoes are definitely one of my favorite foods. So we're going to do our best to make sure that we have some of those ready to go. Okay, so this line was all... You're mature. Good. Wheat. And because wheat is what I have the most of, we also had that line as wheat. Okay, you were carrots. Do we have more carrots? No, not really. I could do some potatoes here. And then maybe... That might be a little bit much for pumpkins, but we'll just do it and see how it works out. Okay, that works. And then we can throw down a few more onions, too. Okay, perfect. We'll get some food eventually. I wouldn't mind killing a few animals to get some food right now, because I am going to starve for sure if I don't. Or just die of hunger. That's also a thing that'll happen. Yes, I'm sprinting, I know. Good old Minecraft. Oh, you swung a sword at an animal? I assume you meant to break... yeah, that's exactly what happened. Well, at least I'm getting a healthy amount of raw bird meat. Look, swans can be nasty. I'm just saying. Did you hear him hiss at me? Can't help that I have to eat, guys. Oh, food, thank you so much. It's so much better already. Alright, let's see what's involved in making the things we need to make. Alright, so to get started, it recommends the following items, right? We want all these. Did we have an arboreal extractor? I'm going to take that off the to-do list. Okay, but we will do the encased fan. We will do the wrench. The mechanical mixer is a to-do. A lot of these things require a smithing table, is what I'm noticing. The seared melter we already have on the list, and the millstone we already have on the list. All right, cool. So we should start with these three, right? Because they look like the relatively easiest, right? We just need some clay, sand, and gravel, and then we can get into the melter. And then the millstone looks pretty easy. We need some andesite, and we need some algal brick. Or we can trade station it. What's algal brick? Algal blend, which is kelp and clay. Okay, that's not bad. We can make that happen, right? So let me... Oh, great, it's raining. My favorite. I love when it rains. It's the best, he said, lying. But if we go just a little bit, either to the east or north, it doesn't super matter, we should run into what I believe is a nice open area of water, which will hopefully have some kelp, and we'll have some clay. And some gravel, and some sand. It's going to require a little bit of underwater mining, but we can make that happen, right? Now, is that kelp right there? Because that would be cool. If it is... The worst part about this, though, is not having a magnet. Alright, collecting all this, and we'll be right back. I'm going to get the resources and come back in a minute. And I really would love to find a sheep. That would be great. But yes, and we will be automating a kelp farm at some point in the future, but obviously not there yet. Found a nice bunch of clay down here. Unfortunately, it's underwater, so that makes it a little bit more tricky to actually get, but we'll make it work. So it's nighttime and it's raining. I would love a bed. Unfortunately, I haven't seen a single sheep in this playthrough just yet. Lots and lots of different kinds of bird, but none that drop wool. So I'm like maybe hunting for spiders and I can get some string. That feels like a plan, right? Kill spider, get string, make wool, make bed. Yes? I think that sounds good to me. Just gotta avoid these zombies. I don't want to waste my time with them. I'm gonna do this more off camera. I'll tell you if I get any luck. Or if I find a sheep, that would be great too. Or a herd of sheep would be even better. Well, I found something of interest. I have no idea what it is. Supplementaries sack, crafting table, canvas rug, a bed. Well, I'll take it, thank you very much. Don't mind if I do. A campfire with a skillet on top. That's neat. A barrel that's mostly empty. Some oak seat from decorative blocks. Some wool. I mean, yeah. I was here looking for wool. I mean, I was looking for sheep, but this'll do. This'll do. And I'll take that skillet as well, because that might help me cook, and that would be neat. Yeah? I'm down with that plan. Alright, well that was a pretty cool haul. Got myself a bed, got myself a skillet, which saves me 4 iron. Don't mind if I do. What is this over here? Looks interesting. Toadstool blocks, okay. From Biomes of Plenty. I have been finding carrots, by the way. There's wild carrots in the world, and that's pretty nice. Alright, where am I in relation to my base? My base was somewhere in this general area, south of the shipwreck. See? These wild carrots. Totally worth doing a little world exploration. Hey, there's my farm. Speaking of carrots. Sweet. Oh my, we are full of inventory. What can I get rid of that I don't super need right now? You. Oh my, we are full of inventory. Still. Let me go put away some junk. Oh boy. Look who decided to pay me a visit. I have no food, villagers. This is not the time. This is not the time for a pillager assault. I have no food, no armor. How rude. Arr, arr, whatever you want to say. Task complete, kill 3 pillagers. Sweet. That was a task somewhere. Is that a bulletin task? Cool. Taking on a profession gives you access to a more consistent source of income. The profession cards bought here act as a permit. All they do is unlock the respective recipes in the trading machine. You can absolutely have multiple of these. Okay, cool. Alright, neat. Hey, look at that! Cool. Quest completed revenge, and I got silver coins for that. And it's a repeatable quest. So by killing these dudes, I got... And it clears Bad Omen? Thank you. And it's repeatable? Alright, so that cleared out Bad Omen. That's kind of cool. Alright. I can hand in crops. I get this. Alright, and then I get all this money that I can use to buy cool things in the market. Like this cool stuff. That's neat. That's cool. I like that. We're gonna have to click through here and see what all kinds of stuff. I'm getting so distracted. You guys, I'm getting extremely distracted right now. Wasn't I harvesting crops? Something like that. I'm still getting my bearings in this pack, obviously. But I think I'm getting the hang of it so far. Still just trying to figure out, you know, how this pack works and whatnot. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Where's my potatoes? 86%. We'll get them as soon as we can. Alright, so I think that's a good wrapping up point. We've got some basic, you know, food going on. We've got some starter stuff, really, right? Like, that's pretty much where we're at. I think I'm starting to get the hang of what's going on in this pack now. It's starting to click for me. We're going to come back next episode. Here's what we're going to do. You ready? We're going to start with the algal blend, which we have everything we need for. And then we'll get some algal bricks. Easy peasy. We'll use those to make our millstone, which is going to need a cogwheel, which should be easy. And this guy should also be easy. Okay. And then we also want to probably get a hand crank. Okay. And what this will let me do, we can ponder it, but this will let me manually crank things. Okay. Now, I don't know if we can get the large size cogwheel yet. Can we get that? We can. We can get some large size cogwheels. So we'll do a hand crank cogwheel to get the mill going. Then we can start processing our ores. And then we'll start working towards a seared heater and smelter, which will let me process those ores into ingots. And once we have that going, we'll be able to one-to-one our crushed iron ore into ingots, because if we just smelted it, we'd get 3 nuggets. But we can mill it into 3 dust, and then those 3 dust can be melted into 3 nuggets each, which would be 1 ingot. Cool? So that'll be our first operation, and that'll happen next episode. In the interim, what I'll do is harvest a bunch of crops, maybe do a little bit of mining. I don't know if I'm going to bother mining. We'll see. And then we'll figure out our next steps from there. For now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to play around with this stuff. All right. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. I know it's like a little bit, I'm getting my bearings, but we will get there, I assure you. And it should be pretty cool once we do. All right, everyone. Take it easy.